And welcome back, guys. This is the Thinking Gamer with For the Wins at ftwins.com, continuing my brutal level campaign video tutorials. This one is on mission number 3, 0 Hour. And I'm going to be showing you guys how you can do this mission on brutal. It's actually not all that difficult. First thing, as always, is I want to try to get my economy rolling. So I'm going to go ahead and start pumping out some SCVs. I'm not close to being supply capped, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. One thing I am going to do is I'm going to come down here and I'm going to pull my Marines back up here. And I'm going to go ahead and salvage these two bunkers up here. So, because as you'll see, it's very difficult to defend this location as well as this location at the same time. It's a lot more efficient to defend this one ramp right here than it is to try to defend two locations. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and add tech labs to my bunkers here so I can go ahead and start pumping out some medics. Go ahead and add my engineering bay to control group 6 so that I can quickly research a upgrade without having to come back to the base. I don't know why I told him to go there. So go ahead and start pumping out my Vespian. I'm going to need some Vespian, and I'm getting close to my supply cap, so I'm going to go ahead and build that. And now that my tech labs are done on my barracks, I'm going to go ahead and start pumping out some units because I'm going to need them here rather shortly. So I'll keep pumping out units. Have this guy build another supply depot. And go ahead and saturate my Vespian gas because that is really going to help with these medics, and I'm going to need some medics for sure on this mission. But I just don't have enough gas for it yet. There's one medic. And as you'll notice, I have a mission up here to come and rescue some guys, so let's go ahead and rescue those guys. I'm going to go ahead and add what units I do have to control group 1 so I can quickly get them and tell them to just come up here and attack. And along the way, they're going to have to fight some burrowed zerglings and hydralisks and whatnot, but with this amount of troops, I'm not going to have a difficult time doing that. So go ahead and grab these troops up here by just going up there and rescuing them and getting some free supplies along the way, which is always a bonus, I think. So let's go ahead and rescue these guys, come down here, grab these minerals, and just tell them, hey, come back to the base. Now, as you can see, my bunkers up here are starting to take some damage, so I'm going to pull off an SCV from my mineral line, and I'm just going to keep them up there so that whenever those bunkers begin to take damage, they're just going to automatically begin to repair those. Keep building SCVs, keep pumping out units at the barracks, because you're going to have periodic little rescue missions where you got to send your troops out. So one thing to note is there's a lot of achievements in these missions that I am not going to be doing. One of the achievements in this mission is to go out and kill 4 hatcheries, I believe. I'm not going to do that because this is brutal, okay? And brutal, it's not impossible to do those achievements, but it's difficult. And I don't think there's many achievements that require you to do something on brutal other than, finish the campaign on brutal. So that's all I'm going to be focusing on. If you guys want to do those achievements, which is good, do those on an easier difficulty unless you really just are a masochist that enjoys pain. Well, I guess that might be pushing it too far, but don't want to stress yourself out over these and try to do brutal and all these achievements at the same time. It's just not realistic. It's not impossible, but it's just not realistic. I'm going to go ahead and start upgrading my weapons. Now, those early upgrades can really turn the battle for you, turn the tide in battle for you. I got this guy building supply depots over here. And I've got my second bunker up on this side, so I'm going to go ahead and put some troops in there. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. And as soon as this one's up, I'm going to go ahead and start putting troops in that one as well. And as soon as this SCV gets done with the bunker, it behooves you to go ahead and throw up a second turret on each side because there are a lot of mutalisks that attack on this level. I am not close to being supply blocks, so I'm going to come up here and build a third barracks. This third barracks will help me make use of this income. I'm going to also check my units down here. It looks like I need to hit 24 again. That's the optimal number of SCVs mining 8 minerals. So I'm just going to keep pumping those until I hit 24. And I might as well just build a 4th barracks. Might as well, right? I've got the money. Let's make it happen, honey. Okay, that was gay. I'm sorry. I apologize for trying to rhyme. I am not a rhymer. I shall pump out some more medics here. Oh, I didn't say medics. I mean marines. Where are my thoughts at? I'm go ahead and add these barracks to my control group. So as soon as they're done, and I'll throw a reactor on that one. And when this one gets done, I will throw a tech lab on that. So that way I have 3 barracks capable of producing medics and 1 that can produce marines rather quickly. And again, keep building these supply depots. As you get more barracks, you're going to find you're getting really close to getting supply capped a lot quicker than normal. I'm going to go ahead and build a 3rd bunker on each side because this entire mission revolves around defending this base here. So the more bunkers you can get up, the better off you can be. And as you do get more bunkers and turrets on each side, you're going to want to pull off a few more SCVs for each side so that you can keep up with the damage that they begin to take. Now keep pumping out these SCVs. I should be 3 away, so I'll just go ahead and queue up 3 of them. And that's all I'm going to need. I'll add a tech lab to that barracks and pump out units here. And it looks like I have a rescue mission up here to come and rescue these guys. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Hopefully I have enough units built here. It looks like I've been slacking a little bit on my unit production. I didn't mean to. I apologize. But it gets difficult trying to talk with you guys and manage my base at the same time. But that's no excuse. That's no excuse to be noob. So let's see if I can come in time to rescue these guys. Oh, and the mutas took them out. But in retrospect, at least I shall be able to get these minerals. And again, yeah, I failed that bonus objective, but that's all it is a bonus objective. But in reality, if you notice those missions, you should be able to get those ones on Brutal with no problem. So let's go ahead and send these guys back to my base. Keep pumping out some units, keep pumping out medics, keep pumping out marines, and filling these bunkers with marines as soon as they're up. Now, as you can see, I got 2 SCVs on this side, and I've got 1 on this side. So let's go ahead and pull another guy off the mineral line. And so I have 2 on this side and 2 on this side to repair these bunkers and these turrets as they begin to take damage. Got some more marines on the way. So I'm going to go ahead and throw them in those bunkers. So now I have a decent amount of bunkers here, and the Zerg are going to have a hard time beating that. Now, one good solid piece of advice, and this will be the last bunker I build, is to make a small choke point so that they have to go through a specific small path to get into your base. And that is really going to kind of force them into like a point which is at a disadvantage for them. And that's all you really have to do on this mission is just build up your base, build up your economy, and then defend these points. And if you really get bored and you want to, you're more than welcome to go out there and try to do those bonus objectives, like killing the hatcheries. I got another rebel fighter up here, so I'm going to go ahead and send my troops out. Might as well send these guys too. If you don't want to just sit here and watch your base go. I might actually try that if I do get enough units here. Looks like I got 8 minutes until evacuation. So I could feasibly maybe kill 4 hatcheries. I don't know. I could try it. That would be fun, I guess. Give me something to do at least. So now I got these units. Come down here, grab these minerals. Free units, free minerals. Always good. Pump out more units. And I think I've got enough bunkers back there to where I can defend. So I'm just going to keep these guys rolling out here. Plus you'll notice there's minerals all over the place out here. So that's one of the added benefits, I guess, of doing the extra achievements. Oh wow, that is a lot of units. I'm going to pull back and try to manage this. I'm going to probably lose these guys here. Oh yeah. As you can see, on brutal difficulty, you get swarmed. And it is very difficult to do some of these things. With 3 turrets here, I'm going to have no problem with these mutalisks. So just keep pumping the units, keep pumping out medics, and keep building supply depots. Cancel that. Belay that order, Captain. Belay it. Alright, so I've got more guys pumping out here. Fill them in this choke point here and put them on hold position so they don't try to chase anything. And they will effectively block your entrance for you. Now, one thing you guys should be working on, and you should always be focusing on this because it's going to come in very useful later on when you try some of these more difficult, brutal level campaign missions, is your macro and micro skills. And I've probably said this in other videos, and I'm probably going to say it again because it's that important. If you want to do this brutal campaign, you are going to have to work on your macro skills, which means forcing yourself to use hotkeys. What that means is instead of clicking on buttons down here, if you hover over it, it shows you the key that you need to press to do that. And you should work on, like, instead of pushing this train SCV, hit the hotkey. Force yourself to do that until you get used to it. It's going to improve your efficiency on managing your base. And you're really going to have that improved efficiency to beat this game on Brutal. So I'm going to keep pumping out units. As you see, I'm using my hotkeys. And if you guys want a more in-depth, comprehensive tutorial on hotkeys and control groups, I do already have videos on that. So please check out my channel and look for those videos. A lot of people have found them useful, and hopefully you do too. And that will improve your efficiency to the point where you might be able to handle a lot of these brutal level difficulty challenging missions. So we're getting up 4 minutes, and you're going to see the pressure from the Zerg actually step up a little bit. They're going to start hitting us with more and more units at a time until about 2 minutes when you're going to start seeing non-stop attacks on your base. It looks like that barracks is going down. Or that bunker, I'm sorry. But I've got SCVs up here to repair, and I'll pull more because it looks like I lost one. If you lose a bunker, that's fine. It's not a big deal. Just replace it. So bring this guy up here to replace it. Bring another one up to replace the SCV I apparently lost over on this side. Nope, I got two over there. I'll bring him back. And that's all you got to do. And here come the banelings. Very nice. Alright, sizable force again. We do have enough bunkers here to actually defend against this. So I might just actually push out here and try to get rid of some of these lurkers, these sunken spine crawlers. I keep wanting to say sunken. I guess I've played too much StarCraft 1. I don't know. And there's the notorious SCV who wants to be a Marine. See, I have my sound turned off, so it would be helpful to know when I'm getting attacked here. And if you'll notice, these little cocoons fall all onto your base now. And this is how they end up backdooring you, actually. I'm going to go ahead and just pull these Marines up here so that I don't lose too much stuff from these little ninja Zerglings coming through. Send my SCV over to repair this. Hopefully he'll get there in time. Yep. And then I'm just going to hold out here. Instead of pushing out, like I said, I'm just going to hold position here and defend my base against this onslaught, this never-ending story of Zerglings coming through my base. And that's really all you got to do. Build up your economy, defend your base. Like I said, you can, if you got the time and you get bored, you can go out and try those achievements, but I'm not really going to be focusing on that in this mission, in these videos, because honestly, I don't think it's that important to do on Brutal. But if you do get bored and you enjoy the challenge, then by all means do it. But I'm not going to be focusing on those achievements in these videos. And as you can see, they start hitting you with all kinds of units. I'm going to lose these bunkers, but I'm not too worried about it because I only have to stand up for another 24 seconds. So I'll go ahead and bring these guys down here and tell them, hey, mess them up. And that's all there is to it, folks. As you can see, this is not a difficult mission to do. One of the key points is really destroy these bunkers down here so that you're not defending from two different attack locations at the same time. Actually, three if you count in all the flying units. And just try to choke up one general location to your base. It's a lot easier to defend, and a lot easier to mass troops that can really defend against it. But if you guys find these videos useful, please thumbs up, please subscribe. I will be making more. Just be patient. These videos are not easy to make. But I will see you guys next time, and stay tuned. This is The Thinking Gamer, and I'll talk to you later.